Hello there, viewers. I am John Peter Misadventures. This is our first time meeting, yes. And no, I am not Peter. I am John Peter Misadventures. I have a name tag right here. Do not confuse me with Peter from Peter Misadventures. More specifically, the one from Season 1 to Season 8. Due to Peter having a redesign. I am John Peter Misadventures. I will explain to you some scrap content from Peter Misadventures. Now let us begin. Now let us explain some scrap content, viewers. After all, it is a decent occurrence. Yes, I know it's what a nice day. I just like what a decent occurrence over what a nice day. Can we talk about scrap content? Alright. In Season 1, there would have been an episode known as Camping. The original 4 would go camping. Another episode in Season 1 would have been called The Pool. The reason why this episode was scrapped is because we don't have a pool. Actually, we used to have a pool, but a pool without water. It would have been the inflatable kind of pool. We didn't have an inflator, so the empty pool would simply rot. Airless. I mean, heliumless. Anyways. Have you ever wondered why Phil is an amphibian? Meanwhile, the other three, which are Peter, from Peter Misadventures. I am not Peter Misadventures, I am John Peter Misadventures. Mike. Steve. Well, the answer to that is simple. The reason why Phil was an amphibian was to show that he originally was not meant to live in this house. No, he was originally meant to be a neighbor who lived in the backyard, in a cardboard box. A cardboard box, which was his lab. Yes, his lab. It was bigger in the inside. Yes. Okay. Hello. Another episode in Season 1 would have been called The Spider Problem. In this episode, at least in the start, the original 3 would have been attacked by a bunch of spiders, which caused them to go into the backyard. And the main reason why this episode was scrapped is because of the main joke. The 3 would go into the pool, which we do not have a pool, which is why the episode was scrapped. After all, what's the point of this episode if the main joke cannot be done? The joke would have gone like this. Oh no, they can swim! So that's would lead to Mike getting something to be higher up, only for them to realize, oh no, they can fly. And then the joke would have ended with them just simply going back on land outside of the pool. Oh no, they can walk. And then Phil would come and save the day. Yes, that's the episode. Yeah, that's the episode. Also, in Season 1, there would have been an additional member of the original villain team of Ted. This villain would have been called Malbear. He would originally have his own debut episode, where he was a computer virus infecting Jason's computer. And then he would become real by possessing the computer to create a mechanical body. However, unlike Tim, Andrew, Adam, he would not be redeemed. And he would have gotten an episode in Season 2 if he was kept in, where Tim, Andrew, Adam would save the day to stop him. Also in that episode, his mechanical body got bigger, kaiju size. Kinda big. Yes, big. But of course, he got scrapped. You're probably wondering why Malbear was scrapped. No, I'm John Peter Misadventures. No relations to Peter from Peter Misadventures. The reason why Malbear was scrapped was because we did not have enough resources at the time, not enough gray fabric to make his mechanical body. Also, there would also been another member of Ted's group, the Cage Master. The Cage Master would have been a parrot on top of a cage with a cloak, making it seem like he's bigger, but no, it's actually just a parrot in a cage. His debut episode would have been called The Cage Master, of course. That episode would just be simply a parody of the survival of the fittest, where Peter gets invited and deals with the Cage Master. And the episode would end with Ted recruiting the Cage Master. And no, he would not be redeemed. Unlike Tim, Adam, yes, I know, I skipped, and Cage Master was scrapped because we did not have a bird cage. Simple. Yes. I know. There are more important things to discuss than simply looking over there, viewers. As mentioned in the episode Silly Curly's Bounty Hunters, it mentions a scrapped episode of The Flower and the Snow Monster. The backstory of that creature would have gone like this if its episode was made. Hello there, I am Planville. Jason, have you did what I told you to do? Take out the flower right now outside of the garden because it is snowing. Yes, I know. We live in Colorado. It's pointless to garden if it's just gonna randomly snow. Oh no. The evil flower creature. This is not any normal flower. No, it's a flower that I made. This is your fault, Jason. This is your fault. The episode was scrapped because it wasn't snowing. Plus, that creature already debuted in an episode, explaining that it came from a scrap episode. However, since it's with the snowman mobster, its backstory might get made as an episode if it ever snows again. But it seems like it's kind of pointless to me, honestly. Kind of pointless. In Season 8, the CEO of Fast Fries would have gotten involved with the main plot, which is the safe guy. Which makes sense, as both are background characters that died to their service in taking part of the group that was meant to keep Mike safe. The episode that would start this plotline would involve the CEO of Fast Fries asking the Boneville members to help him out, in a tradition of the Fast Fry family lineage, which is taking out a Hydra made out of fries. And then the Boneville will explain to the CEO of Fast Fries that they're a part of a group involving the safe guy. And then the CEO of Fast Fries will get curious and take part in the final battle against the safe guy. Ted's execution would have originally appeared in Season 2. The episode was scrapped because it revealed a plot point: Jason being a clone of Phil. However, this is not canon, because it's much more interesting if Jason was not Phil's clone, as it leads to an important question. Who did Phil fuck? Sorry, too much emotions. The question we should be asking is, who is Phil's wife, or Jason's mother? Much more interesting than Jason being Phil's clone. The reason why this episode was scrapped as well is because it was actually filmed. Yeah, and in that filming, Ted's plush was destroyed, and we did not have enough resources at the time to make another. However, the execution was finally on screen, leading to at least showing the motivations of Ted's nephew. Plantville. Plantville's role in Season 2 was going to be much more bigger, as he was originally going to be at least a major villain in that season, where he grows to a kaiju-sized plant monster, causing everyone to retreat to somewhere else, causing a story arc of how they're stranded on an island, and then they escape the island to come back and kill Plantville. That's right, Plantville was meant to die. However, Plantville was redeemed, leading to another storyline that was also scrapped: the Planet of the Plants. You might be confused. Wait, isn't that already an episode? Yes. However, the early concept of it was going to tie in Plantville's redemption arc. We always talk about edgy 13-year-old Vincent haunting the narrative. It's always about how edgy 13-year-old doing the series cursed it. But we never talk about before the first episode was made, Vincent. The ambitious 13-year-old Vincent. It's always about 13-year-old edgy Vincent adding edgy stuff to it. Never the ambitious one. Another episode in Season 1 would have been called Phil's Black Friday. It was scrapped because we were not good at set design at the time. Even now, our set design is kind of amateurish, leading to the episode to be scrapped. Or at least for now. However, this series smells of death by now. This series is kind of dying. Potentially, Season 9 might be the last season. However, we do get a Season 10. Alright, I'll finally answer my relevancy. If Season 10 does come out, we'll end things with a movie. But it's unclear of our future, as it's the ants' turns. And it's not over yet, and the ant is taking its sweet time. "6 years is an accomplishment. That is all. I am happy to share the information that I have held to celebrate our 6th anniversary. I would like to talk more often, viewers. This will be the last time you'll see John Peter Misadventures. I will return to talk again.